Hi, we're here at the last day of the Flame Conference, and I'm joined by Vincent from GII-GNL, who's also kindly shared the annual report, the annual LNG report from GII-GNL, which will be available for all Flame attendees in your delegate bag within the app. Vincent, what are the main trends that you've seen in the last year for LNG?
Well, in 2021, what we have seen mainly is a strong market tightening. We have seen demand increasing faster than supply due to the strong economic recovery in China, due also to lower than usual hydropower availability in Latin America, and also lower than expected incremental volumes from Russia delivered to Europe. And this combined with a series of unfortunate events on the supply side, the fact that some plants like Snøhvit in Norway were offline, the fact that we had issues in Nigeria, in Trinidad and other countries have led to higher price levels on the spot market and also to higher price volatility.
And have there been any surprising trends with LNG in the last year?
Well, what was striking in 2021 is that China overtook Japan for the first time as the leading importer. China increased its LNG imports by 15% and reached 79 million tons of annual LNG imports. On the supply side, the US became Europe's leading supplier. On the global level, the US supplied almost 20% of the world's LNG last year. We also saw that Europe, most of the year, was kept out of the LNG market, only because prices were more attractive in Asia. So Europe really started to import LNG only towards the last quarter of the year. And so this has led to a reduction in European LNG imports year on year. And finally, what we have seen is a return of long-term contracts last year. We have seen very strong activity on the long-term contracting side, due in part to the elevated prices.
And do you think that long-term LNG contracts are going to become a permanent fixture?
Well, it's an interesting question. There is no doubt that there is currently a revived interest for long-term contracts to ensure energy security, of course, but also due to the currently high prices that I was mentioning. And the supply additions in the next 2 to 3 years will be very limited. So buyers are eager to secure new supplies. However, what we see is that Asia is the most active on the long-term contracting side, and European buyers are a bit hesitant to commit. And for that, they need more certainty on the future demand. They need government support, and they need more policy signals to make sure that they can commit for at least 15 years.
And what are the main trends to look out for in the coming months?
Well, in the coming months, we will be closely following, of course, the situation in Europe and how LNG will contribute to the diversification of gas supplies in Europe. It's very much the focus right now, and we may see a growing involvement of governments and public institutions in the LNG business. In particular, the joint platform for LNG procurement at EU level is something that we will closely follow. We will also continue to follow the developments on the contracting side, and I should highlight that the industry should continue also to address not only the energy security and affordability issue, but the sustainability issue, to make sure that we continue to address the emissions of the LNG value chain. And we will probably see also developments on that side with more certification of the greenhouse gas intensity of LNG cargoes in the coming months. So this is something that we are working on right now. We have published a framework to promote a consistent quantification of GHG emissions and also consistent declarations of GHG neutrality. And we will be continuing our work in that field. in the coming months.
And have there been any key milestones for GII GNL?
But the key milestones to come are the test pilot, which will be conducted for this MRV framework in the coming months. And we will be testing the framework in real life to collect feedback from the members and assess if we need to improve, upgrade this framework. And we will assess the first results at our General Assembly in November in Paris, which will also be the occasion to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the association and to gather our members in person for the first time since the last 2 years.